going on, guys? Welcome to today's YouTube video. Today is all about high carbs for fat loss. We are going to dive into what the research currently says about this, whether I recommend you guys should do it, if my clients do it, and why I am doing it today. Before we do that, guys, we've got to take Zeus Boy out for a walk, we've got to have breakfast, and we have to hit a chest and back session. We're going to attempt to make some high carb brownies, high protein brownies as well. We have a game against one of the top teams later tonight, so that should be good. Just a jam-packed episode for you guys today. Back from the walk, meal number one. We're gonna smash some protein pancakes and then within about 60 to 90 minutes, hopefully be in the gym for a chest and back session. Apologies for all the chest and back sessions that have recently been chucked up on the channel because I don't know why I always just decide to film on that day. I'll try to get a leg session in for you guys soon as well because it may not look like it, but we do train them. Little man is wrecked from the walk. I'll admit, those first two are a tiny little bit burnt, but that's because I'm impatient. I've got the thing up too high.
Leave it, leave it, leave it! Just fucking leave it! You fucking donkey!
I just want to eat, alright? Alright guys, so breakfast, protein pancakes. I had to throw a little ice cream on top there because, you know, why not? High carb day, may as well make the most of it, right? So high protein pancakes, I'm gonna throw the macros and stuff on the screen for you, even a screenshot of the recipe if you wanna give this stuff a try. Guys, this PB powder by Macro Mike is amazing. So good. You know when you have protein pancakes sometimes and they're so dry? That's why I use this. I make it a little bit more watery, throw it over the top and it just soaks in. It's good shit. So I'm gonna smash this and I will see you at the gym. Holy shit. God damn.
Never be turning around, never be turning around, ayy. Never be slowing it down, never be slowing it down, ayy. I keep my foot on the gas, I keep my foot on the gas, ayy. I know I'm never gonna crash, I know I'm never gonna crash, ayy. Never be turning around, never be turning around, ayy. Never be slowing it down, never be slowing it down, ayy. I keep my foot on the gas, I keep my foot on the gas, ayy. I know I'm never gonna crash, I know I'm never gonna crash, ayy. Everyone making excuses, I've been busy making music. They just wanna see me fall off, know that I'm never gonna lose it. Got addicted to the chase now, people saying that I changed now. Know that I'm never gonna stand still, I'm treating the game like a race now. They really been carefully watching me, they treated me like I was calories. But really they can't get enough of me, they treated me like I'm a salary. They bringing me up in discussion, they wondering how do I do it so casually. I celebrate all of my victories, all of a sudden they all gonna be mad at me. Damn, I don't have time for concern, I just go live and I learn. Trust me, I waited my turn, living my dream.
Post-workout meal. That was a sick fucking session, by the way. There's nothing like a filthy chest pump on a Friday. I don't know if it was the pancakes, but it was good. Post-workout meal. Sushi, just nice and simple. We're gonna have 15 pieces of sushi, chicken teriyaki with cucumber and white rice, or maybe brown rice, I don't know. People often ask me how I track eating out, and especially things like sushi, because if you type it in on, say, MyFitnessPal, you get an abundance of different answers. For things like sushi, I just have rough estimates for a lot of different meals when eating out. So things like sushi, I just track as 50 calories per piece if it's like a simple piece of sushi, like for example, chicken, rice, cucumber. If you're going with those crazy, you know, kind of gourmet sushis and they got lots of mayo and all that stuff on, you're looking at more 75 calories per piece or even more depending on what type you get. So simply I just track 15 pieces as 750 calories. It's minimal fats, high carb, a little bit of protein, not tons, but perfect post-workout. All right guys, so brownie time. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna completely wing this. So I've been making these mug cakes, protein mug cakes. If you watch my stories, you will have seen them most likely. And I was thinking the other night, I was like, what if I just make like an extra large one of these, bake it? Would it be like brownies? So we're gonna give it a crack. So if this all fails, you may or may not see this clip. I'm not sure. But anyway, what you're gonna need, macro mic, cacao, cacao, how do you say it? I say cacao.
Cacao, yeah. Cacao.
2 eggs, choc chips, some self-raising flour, protein, we're going with the salted caramel protein matrix. I think that's it. Baking paper, and this is, again guys, I'm winging this. This is all I could find. So 2 of these. The plan is to see how much mixture. I reckon we're gonna fill up 1, and it's 1200 calories for all of it. So I reckon we're gonna fill up 1, cut it into 4, and it'll be like 300 each. Macros are pretty good. I'll throw it all up on the screen, of course. But yeah, if it doesn't work, you won't see it, so don't worry. Let's do it. Guys, standard, I forgot to add some ingredients. Cinnamon, of course. Vanilla extract, make it a little sweeter. I think this is nearly out. And I think I overestimated the dry ingredients to wet ingredients because, yeah, that ain't mixing properly. So
looks a bit dry.
We're gonna chuck some water in. Again,
kind of like a humour.
Yeah, pretty much. Just gonna eyeball it and see how we go. Step number 1 is usually you'll make the baking paper fit in the tray, but again, we improvise and it's all good. Just a bit of spray. If this sticks, I'm gonna cry. As per usual, my timing is not ideal, but I've got a game in like an hour, so I'm gonna quickly smash a pre-workout meal. We're just gonna go something light, seeing as it's quite close. So we're just going udon noodles, chicken, and this golden sauce. If you haven't tried it, get on it. The brownie's actually looking pretty sick, so we'll show you that in a minute. If, if we win, might throw up a few highlights. If we don't, guess I'll see you at dinner. The masters of winging it have winged it once more. Look at this puppy.
Once again.
Oh my days. Stop that. Stop that.
Oh, Jesus.
That hasn't even got the choc chips in there yet. We saved them for topping. So cut that into quarters, 300 calories a slice. That's like a big motherfucking slice too. Good macros. I don't know what more you want.
Massive slice. Hey, look at it. Look at that.
Not bad, 300 calories for that whole thing. Not bad. See, Zeus is keen as.
Wow.
You would love that, wouldn't you, boy? 300 calories, guys. Again, I'll pop the calories and macros on the screen if I haven't already, but I'm gonna save this for after my game, because if I eat this now, I'm probably gonna spew. So. Back from the game, just had a shower. As you can see, I literally feel like I'm still sweating. That shit is hard, and there's like a sauna in that box. So it was good, we won. My goals were a little bit of tap-ins, but anyway, probably threw them up on the screen for you. So it's about 10 PM right now, and honestly, it was just, I cannot be fucked cooking. So I was like, I'm gonna take full advantage of this high carb / high calorie day and get grilled. So that's what we're working with. What's going on, guys? It is the next day. Time to get stuck into the main topic of the video. So, high carb days for fat loss, aka refeed day. Now, before we get started, I just want to say, directly speaking, high carb days will not directly help you lose more fat. Indirectly, which we'll talk about in a minute, yes, it might. But I hear a lot of people saying, and they ask me questions like, oh, I heard, if I throw in a refeed day every week, it will shock the body. Now, let's get this out of the way, because you cannot shock the body into losing fat, okay? If you could, that'd be great, because we'd all be shredded, but unfortunately, that's not the case. So, what is a refeed day or a high carb day, and why would you do it? Well, there's a few benefits. It can help you socially, psychologically, and mood-wise, and it can also help you replenish glycogen. There's a question mark next to that one, because that depends on how many carbs you're having and depends on the person. For some people, this is more than enough benefits to be like, yep, done, I'm gonna do high carb days in my fat loss phase. On the other hand though, the downside is it's gonna take longer. In my opinion, that is a big enough negative not to schedule them in, for myself speaking. For my clients, it's entirely up to them. Like I said before, personal preference, I forgot to mention that, but personal preference and adherence is always gonna be the most important things when it comes to choosing your methods for your dieting phase and your bulking phase, because if the client or yourself cannot sustain the plan, you're not going to get results. End of story. So knowing these things now, you can make a little bit of a better decision on should you have high carb days and refeed days. Personally, why I put one in yesterday is because I could feel my mood declining a little bit. I wasn't as mentally sharp, and honestly, I just felt myself getting a lot of cravings, and I felt like if I didn't chuck a high carb day in, I'm most likely gonna have a big binge, and instead of going up by 1,000 calories, it'll be more like 2,000 to 3,000. So to avoid that, perfect. That's the way I do it, guys. That is my personal preference, but at least now you have a little bit more info. You can decide for yourself whether you wanna have high carb days or not. Keep in mind, if this is something you're gonna do, this can drag out quite a lot. So I just want to give a reference for you. For example, let's say you aim to lose 10 kg over a 12-week period. You have a high carb day or a refeed day once to twice a week. That could take that 12 weeks all the way out to 16 weeks. So you got to ask yourself, is it worth dieting an extra month for one day a week? I get a lot more calories. For a lot of people, the answer is yes. And hey, like I said, if that makes you sustain it, then that is key. So do it. But to you, if you're thinking, fuck that, another month of dieting, I would rather sacrifice more, get it done quicker. Entirely up to you guys. I hope that helped. Let me know if you want me to dive in further on this. I just wanted to scratch the surface, not go too deep, because I feel like sometimes these whiteboard lessons get boring. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.